I've got your money. This enough to get you to talk?
I suppose. What should I be talking about again?
My passport got stolen 3 days ago. I want to know if someone brought it by.
Someone sure did.
Really?
She was Japanese, and not to mention gorgeous. No doubt that passport was yours. I couldn't forget that thuggish face or blown up hair if I tried.
Okay, so she sold it to you?
Oh no, she wasn't here to make money. She just wanted to know if it would get her into District 5.
District 5?
That's the Barracuda's hideout.
Their hideout? You mean the guys from yesterday?
Yeah, they got a squatter encampment across the river. It's all fenced in with guards posted up at every corner. And if you're not one of them, well, good luck getting in. Or out.
Okay, and how's my passport supposed to get someone in?
Well, they have an interesting rule. If you're an outsider, they tell you to go steal a passport.
Why is that exactly?
That's how they make their money, fabricating passports. Apparently, the only way to make a good fake is by altering an original. Every passport I buy, I sell to them. Though not directly, of course.
So someone else's passport is your ticket to District 5, huh?
Pretty much. And the girl who came by with yours, that ticket's probably long gone. Though, a girl like her should not be anywhere near District 5 by herself. Oh wait, I tried to tell her, but no. Nobody listens to Jeff.
Then what would make her even want to go in there?
Beats me. But I doubt you'll see your passport again, brother. Once it's in District 5, it does not leave.
Well, I need it back, and I've got business with the thief who took it.
Yeah, well, you can kiss your thief goodbye, too. Unless you follow her into District 5 somehow. Your adventure ends here, pal.
Well, you heard him. I'd rather live to see tomorrow, so...
Listen, Akane-san's mixed up in some real bad stuff. Someone might even be holding her captive. And right now, Chitose's our only lead.
Can we get into District 5 another way?
I mean, maybe. But you're better off just swiping a passport.
Hey, if there's another way, just tell us.
Look, bottom line. District 5 is an impenetrable fortress of bums. But if you're a cop, you could probably get in.
A cop?
Yeah, they do a monthly sweep there, claiming it's for safety reasons. But they just walk in and out, ignoring all the atrocities inside. They're just doing it to keep up appearances. All they care about is that, and donuts. Anyway, if you want to know the guy in charge, his name is Roman. He's probably in deep with the Barracudas.
So we'll ask Roman to bring us along on patrol. That could be an option.
Man, I never want to see a cop again.
True, you're still a wanted man. Maybe leave the talking to me.
Guys, you gotta realize, Roman's gonna flag this as a risk. And he's a greedier jerk-off than me. Expect to pay him 50,000 bucks.
A buck's like 100 yen, right? That'd be... 5 million in yen?
Please don't bring him yen. And besides, there's no way you can afford it. Is it clear you're wasting your time yet?
No, I'd say this is our chance.
Why? You have a mattress full of money lying around?
No. Everything is negotiable, that's all.
Huh. Well, I don't know who you think you are, but what's the harm in trying? He drinks every night at Diamond Head, a bar by District 5. We Akamai now?
Sure.
Hey, we really doing this? Guys, could you hold up a second?
Why? Something wrong?
You really shouldn't go to District 5. I'm saying this for your own good. Waltzing right into Barracuda turf? It's practically suicide.
We're aware of the danger, but we don't have time on our side. If going into District 5 is the quickest way to solve things, then so be it.
Right. It's not like we're out to wreck the place. We're just gonna look for Chitose and get out. Yeah, if things play out right, we might not have to deal with the Barracudas at all.
See? It's exactly that kind of thinking that's gonna get us all killed.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they're more dangerous than we realize because we're not from here. But what's this really all about? Something tells me you've got more to say. You have history with the Barracudas? Is that it? You know, you can always tell us. What makes you think we wouldn't help?
He's right. And until you talk, he'll hound you to the ends of the earth. You know how persistent he is.
You really gotta put it like that?
So, this is far from a fun story. And not a short one either. It all happened a few years back. I was just a simple taxi driver. No Yamai, no cons, nothing like that.
So you really were an honest cabbie. Once.
Yeah, well, I also wasn't rich, but I was happy. I had a woman to love, and man, did she love me. I believe we almost had a kid. Looking back, those were the best days of my life.
Huh. Never knew you had a family.
And my girl, her name was Marie. She was astounding. And you guys would have loved her. Anyway, she was nearly 6 months pregnant when it happened. And the cops showed up at our place with a warrant for my arrest.
They came to arrest you? For what?
They said I held up a cab and stole a bunch of money from some executive.
What the hell?
I was being framed, obviously. But the witnesses kept pouring in. And before I knew it, the judge gave me 5 years in prison. And the attorney had told me if I tried pleading innocent, they'd lock me for 15 years instead.
So you pled guilty then?
Yeah. It was either I swallow the 5 years or take the risk and triple it. And I was too broke to hire a better lawyer. It was like a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I had my whole life ahead of me, and then in an instant, it was gone. I never even understood why. That is, till I got to prison. Turns out I wasn't the only one screwed over like this. They told me so themselves.
You mean the guys in prison?
Yeah. Apparently, the Barracudas get away with so much shit because their boss will set up innocent people instead. He'll bring in a bunch of fake witnesses or buy out the police if he has to. You remember Roman, that cop Jeff mentioned? He's the guy pulling the strings on the law side. Seems not a lot's changed since then.
So the Barracudas have the police in their pocket.
How'd Marie take it?
When I got locked up, she only came to see me once. She told me she miscarried.
No.
And she was under so much stress. Should have seen it coming. I doubt she was eating right or getting any sleep. Her eyes were sunken. She was thin as a bone. All because this bullshit that happened to me. And that was the last I saw of her. When I got out, couldn't find a single trace of her. Honestly, I just hope that she's out there doing okay. I told you this wasn't gonna be fun. And that's only half the story. Once I was free, I started hanging by this fancy restaurant in District 5.
Why?
Because word inside was that it was the favorite haunt of the Barracuda's boss. So I spent every last cent I had to my name and bought a gun.
Shit.
For revenge?
For Marie. For a child who never had a chance at life. I knew what the boss looked like. I'm not sure anymore how long it took, but I kept watching until the day he showed his face. When I was locked up, always imagined it going the exact same way. I'd brush past his goons, step right up to him, and empty my whole clip, point blank. And the moment came. I was shaking. Couldn't move. He even had fewer guards than I'd pictured. Should have been easy. Bastard walked right past me. He didn't have a care in the world. I'm a fucking coward.
Maybe. But that's why you're alive today. If you'd gone through with it, you would have been killed. Just another gutted corpse.
At least I'd have been killed for a reason. What am I now? A ghost? Who robs tourists with a gun he hasn't got the courage to shoot? Isn't it better to die for something than to live for nothing?
Tomizawa.
With all my money gone, I fell in with Yamai to pay my debts. He's the only man left in Hawaii still stupid enough to compete with the Barracudas. What's that say about me? Huh? I'm even stupider for following him. Or maybe I was hoping he'd be able to take them down someday. But I knew it'd never happen. So that's my story. Hope you realize now who you're dealing with. Not just the Barracudas. With scum like me.
Well, you sure set us straight about how bad the Barracudas can get.
Yeah. Their ties with the police are worrying.
But listen, you've got yourself all wrong, Tomizawa.
Huh?
You're not a bad guy. And you're no coward. I saw you walk away from Yamai. That took real courage. He might have killed you, but you knew it was the right thing to do.
Come on, man. You talked me into it.
That doesn't matter. You made the decision. It was your call. Nobody else's. Now, no more robbing people, okay? Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
After all you've been through, I get that this may be a fight you want to walk away from. But if you really think you're scum, that you're just another criminal, this might be the only way to change that. A way to start living again. Look, killing the boss of the Barracudas or not, that's another call you'll have to make yourself. All I know is that I'm not gonna stand by and let them keep getting away with their shit. And if you're up for it, I know you'll be able to help us take them down.
You want me?
If you haven't noticed, our English is pretty rough. We could use a translator. Besides that, we need to find Akane-san fast. That means going to District 5. And I don't know anybody as well acquainted with the Hawaiian underworld as you. Help us out, and maybe get the chance to set things right. Not a bad deal, is it? What do you think, Kiryu-san?
Maybe dangerous. But it could also be your one path to redemption.
You two are some lousy salesmen, honest. If you're still planning to take the Barracudas on after all you've heard,
We are.
then fine. I'll go with you. Do-gooders like you? The Barracudas will eat you alive without me.
Yeah. Eat you alive. I get it.
Glad to have you on board, Tomizawa.
You're both nuts. Fine. First things first. We find Roman.
You have a good eye for teammates.
It's not hard to tell when someone needs a friend. Let's do this.